Oh, g'day there. G'day there. I hope we were meeting on happier circumstances. But we are here nevertheless. Talk some breaking news. It's been breaking for a few hours now, but I've just been sitting in a hole of depression about it, and finally got around to making the stream. And now we're here, and now we're going to talk about it because I have many emotions, and I want to know if you do too. Where do we start? I reckon a lot of you would have seen on Twitter. A lot of you follow me on Twitter. A lot of you don't even follow me on Twitter and see all the posts that's going around. Holy wow. Tim Morrison, which also story time. I've got this is like a double whammy frustration because the convention he spoke at was actually in Melbourne, Australia, which I was going to. But the organizers are really lazy and forgot to communicate back to me, and so I couldn't go. But I was meant to be there, and I was meant to be speaking to him and connecting with him. So I'm really upset I wasn't there because so much has happened. Oh my god. So yeah, I found it really interesting. This was from an interview in Australia, which is really fun. But anyway, that's a whole other tangent. But yeah, in this interview he said kind of three massive pieces of information for us Star Wars fans, which were just insane. I can't even think where's my little ticker I was meant to put up. Oh well, but it's I just can't even fathom it. So the first thing being Boba not returning to season 3, and he's made some statements. And in fairness, I think this is in jest. I think he's being quite lighthearted about it, but not getting the call to return in Mando season 3. What do you guys think of this one? You know what? Seeing season 3, I don't I'm not sure where. He probably could come in the finale, like how Mando came into Book of Boba Fett for the finale to help him out. I think a similar thing could have happened for season 3. To be honest, I thought Boba could have come in there and just help out. It's about Mandalorians. It's about those characters. So he could have slotted in there better, but of course he didn't. What do you guys think of this? What do we got? What do we think? Also, let's get a chat. Let's read chat. Who's here? We've got Toasty, we've got Sag, Nibble, Enigma, Jace, the Mandalorian, Numa, Franz, Double AA, Agent Llama, Andre. This is amazing. Great to see you all here. We got Ben in the chat as well. Senator Amadallah. Yeah, it's the hot topic, isn't it? He was sidelined in his own show. I know, it's so hard because the episodes of Mando we got in the Book of Boba Fett were actually fantastic. Seeing Luke train Grogu, Ahsoka showed up. It was actually incredible episodes. But this ties into my other thought, okay? So I made a tweet about this a couple weeks ago near the start of Mandalorian Season 3. Is that why on earth did they make those episodes about Grogu going to Luke? They spent time together, and then Grogu ultimately chose not to go with where are we? Oh god, I've gone. Where have I gone? Hang on. Oh, I'm back. Oh, pranked. Okay, I'm back. Okay, so this episode, and then Grogu ultimately chooses to not go with Luke and go with Din. Imagine that as a season 3 opener, and that not being in the Book of Boba Fett. You know what I mean? Oh man. Hey Drew. Hey JD. How you doing? Those episodes in the Book of Boba Fett would have been amazing in Mando season 3. And that's another thing that Tem spoke about. Is that Mando came in to his show. He was expecting to go into the Mando show again. Do a poll. Andre coming in saying he's my favorite character of all time. I wanted to see him show up once and kick some ass. He did kick some ass a little bit in Book of Boba Fett, and definitely in that. I always forget what episode the episode's called, but in that Mando episode where is it the tragedy? The tragedy, that's what it's called, right? That was pretty kick ass. You gotta say, Boba Fett, and that was pretty damn cool. Hey JS, great to see you in the chat. Hope you're doing well. No planning, no big idea or outline. Well, that's what I'm super disappointed about. the Boba Fett storyline to me, I think, has so much potential. And if we talk about Boba Fett as a season as a whole, let me share my opinions of the season, and I want to hear yours as well. So comment down below. And if you watch, this is the first stream. I think I'm streaming to Twitter. I hope it is. So hello if you're watching via Twitter. I don't think you can comment via Twitter, but I'm glad you're watching along anyway. But the overall season of Book of Boba Fett had some odd little sides and elements to it, but overall it had fantastic storytelling, and it had the story with the Pikes, and the story, there's the threat on Mos Pelgo and Boba Fett needing to show up for that. He's had a lot of hardship in his life, and that's kind of his character arc to go through that, overcome that, and then also from where he was at the end of Return of the Jedi, or start of Return. Is it Return of the Jedi? Yeah. Jeez, come on, movies mixed up. And then where, like, the journey he goes on with the Tuskens is beautiful. It's one of my favorite. Well, it's probably, I tweeted this as well a couple of weeks ago, that the Tribes of Tatooine, episode 2 of the Book of Boba Fett, is my favorite piece of favorite episode, I should say. Favorite episode of live action Star Wars. Because I just think that the story that they show with the Tusken Raiders is one that is so reverent and beautiful, and it's very subtle, but it's such a great character journey for Boba to go on. So I think they have some fantastic elements there to explore with what I hope to be a Boba Fett season 2s. But there's a lot of things I really love about the season, but there's a lot I also don't fully love. But I always kind of had that optimism of, well, season 2 they can kind of smooth things out in a couple areas. I think. All right, well, let's go to the comments. JS saying, I feel so bad for Tim. He got so robbed. I think Boba Fett and Mando season 3 would have been amazing. Yeah, I think it could have fit. Do you think he could have come in at the end there? What do you think? Book of Boba Fett, I was just confused why every character was telling him what to do and filling him on things like, this is Boba Fett. You know what? That's a fair point. Senator Amidala. We already know a lot about Skeleton Crew. Takes place in New Beyond. That little. We're talking about the idea of Boba Fett showing up in Skeleton Crew. I don't think he would. That's what I was just talking about. Numa. It's like, what if that happened? Hey, Serene, how you doing? I hope Boba Fett comes back soon. Hope everyone was well. Have a great day. You too, Serena. I'm having a sad day, but it's a good one. It's not that bad. Rick coming in. I felt like Fennec Shan and Boba scenes were boring. Ooh, hot take. The whole idea of him reinventing himself as a crime lord was a snooze. Ooh, okay, so not a fan. Which, fair enough. There's a lot of people with those opinions. That's fair enough. With that opinion, does that take you all the way to go, you don't really mind that he doesn't return? That's my question for you. The Weevil. I hope that Boba appears in Skeleton Crew. Okay, so I haven't thought about this, but this is an interesting one. I feel like Fennec will help the kids out. She helped Omega back in the Bad Batch. Maybe she'll see some of Omega's parts in those kids. That's a good point. And Fennec Shand is a character I really love as well. I think that's the other thing. If we don't get a Boba Fett show, we probably won't get more Fennec for now. Maybe a bit more in Boba Fett. In Bad Batch. maybe. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the bikers, but it wasn't even the big deal. Like, you just watch it if you don't like it. Mando kind of stole/ruined Boba's show, but at least Bo-Katan stole and took over Mando season 3. You know what? I actually like Bo-Katan's involvement in season 3. I actually think it made it interesting. But Dean in the finale was pretty phenomenal. Right, the biker gang, they were classics, weren't they? They were hilarious. Ooh, Moses with just a good thought here. Imagine Boba versus Moff, like Moff Gideon. That'd be hilarious. That'd be amazing. Did we already go over the news? I missed it. Well, we haven't. We're just talking about it. We're just discussing it. So Tim Morrison coming out of an interview. I meant to put a little banner up. Let me put a little banner up so you know what the hell I'm talking about. I thought I wrote this out. Tim. Did you guys want a poll? I always take ages to write a poll too. Okay. Here we go. Little scroll across the bottom action here. There we go. There we go. There we go. I like the biker gang. Yeah, some people liked it. Shows the new gen versus the old gen with Boba and Fennec. Yeah. Bit of a contrast there. It wasn't Mando who ruined the Book of Boba Fett, quite honestly, actually. It was the poor writing and direction in general. Yeah, I do remember watching it. Like, the season started off so strong of, like, Boba, like, going through this, like, horrific, like, physical endurance with the Tusken Raiders, and then, like, befriending and bonding with the Tusken Raiders, and that story was so great of a story of this, how this is, like, hardening him, but it's also at the same time just shaping him to be more appreciative of family connection. And you know, we got all those great flashbacks of how he sees his father Django and what he remembers of that. It's very interesting. Yeah, the chase scene was good. Yeah, Bosk, Dengar, and Zuckus, that, you know, those are all characters that so could have showed up in a season 2. Absolutely. It's not officially cancelled, but Tem knows nothing about anything, and there's supposedly cutbacks. The last kind of connection or discussion he's had with Disney execs, we're talking about, you know what, just enjoy it while you can, because there's nothing much on the horizon for Boba, so it's not like they've come in and officially cancelled it, but it's like there's nothing happening on it. You know what I mean? Steezo! Boba is one of my favorite Star Wars characters. What they did to him in his own show was puzzling and disappointing to me, but it follows the pattern I've been seeing Disney for the legacy characters. Yeah, it's a tricky one to juggle. I think that's, if we've learned anything, whether you've enjoyed the stories or not, it's a difficult thing to juggle. I think that's what we've all learned. Fennec needs to die to advance Boba's character. Oh, that's an interesting thought, Saj. He's too soft now, and she's the only significant loss that can push him back to his old ways. I actually think the story that they were going on with like him, like, you know, getting that vengeance for revenge, sorry, for the Tuskens and the connection he built with them. I think that was a big loss for him. And that's one thing I was annoyed about watching, is like, I felt like they should have put more emphasis on that. Put way more emphasis on his loss there. Because that was kind of going to become his newfound family, hey. So, we'll see where it goes. We'll see where it goes. Boba Fett is not tied to his father, Mandalorian past, rather than treading his own path. A simple man making a way in the universe. Yeah. I think he still has. He's still very connected and reverent to his father, I think. But you're right. Maybe not too heavily to the Mandalorian side of his past. Hey, Caleb, how you doing? Maybe Boba dies off screen, and that's why there is no season. Oh, or OJD, how dare you say that? How dare you? It's offensive. For me, I didn't mind the Book of Boba Fett, and that's just me. I don't mind anything. Lol, it's the truth. Oh, I love it. Very, very good. Roman coming in, and I'll be honest, can't say too much positive about the Book of Boba Fett. There are elements that I loved. His time with the Tuskens and the Mandoa funeral chant honoring their passing was the words are beautiful. Yeah, like, again, like, I feel like we can all agree the Tusken storyline is one that is so important and moving and just impressive. The whole train scene? Did you guys forget the whole train scene? That was epic. Like a bantha. So sad about Tem. He has so much passion. He does, Indy. He does. Very, very sad, isn't it? Ben, I'm just so annoyed by this choice. My opinion may sound toxic, but they keep fumbling these legacy characters. It's the topic. I think we're onto something. Controversies with Luke, Han, Boba Kenobi might be overreacting, but yeah, I think that's whether you enjoy the stories or not. It's incredibly a difficult one to juggle, isn't it? Got this tiny bit of hair just sticking up there, wasn't I? There we go. There we go. Up there with Seppi Landing. Yeah. Those are your two favorite things, right? Hey, Dan. Sam got done dirty. He did, didn't he? He did. He's just so wholesome. I think if they just made Book of Boba Fett Season 3 of Mando, it would have been accepted better. Boba is Mando, and we love to see him. Oh, sorry. Boba is a Mando, and we love to see him. When the Mando ep start, it would have been back to the norm. Absolutely. I agree. Here's a hot take. Okay. All right. Write this down. Quote me on this. Okay. If we've gotten 3 seasons of The Mandalorian. If we had gotten already, like at the same time or something, if we have gotten 3 seasons of 3 seasons of the Book of Boba Fett, they would have been better than The Mandalorian. I think just the trajectory of where the story was going would have been better than The Mandalorian. That's my hot take. Video on how Greg was trying to talk through the last season, Mando. Well, I would, but I never heard it. Everyone keeps saying it, and I've never caught it. So maybe I should go through and try and hear it. Could never hear it, but I'll have a look. Boba back. Oof. Yeah, they shelf him. It's very sad. Don't care much for Book of Boba Fett, but I love Boba purely because of Tem's love for him, right? The flashbacks of Book of Boba Fett were great. I thought there were going to be way more flashbacks, to be honest. Diamond Figs coming in with the $10 dues. Thank you so much, friend, for your generous dono. Appreciate it. It helps me a lot here on the channel. Disney doesn't like opposition, especially from their actors. Hope this doesn't affect him coming back as Boba. Does this confirm we won't see Rex in Ahsoka or other clones in near future? That's a bloody good point. Unless he's already done the Ahsoka stuff, because to be fair, he made a lot of comments about Mando 3 and his own show. He didn't touch or mention Ahsoka. So I feel like that isn't confirmed. But also, he's kind of saying they haven't contacted him for a while. So, I don't know. It's like, how far do we want to read into it? That's a good question. Man, food for thought, Diamond Figs. Love it. Thank you for the generous donor. Appreciate it. Yeah, absolutely. Cutting down on projects, making more character focused. Absolutely. Which is funny because I'm finding all the projects currently to be quite oversaturated with character elements. There's 50 characters and 50 storylines in each project that we need to be understanding. It's like, oh, jeez. But yeah, it's interesting. Directionless after the first 2 episodes, man, to save the show last minute. Even if you kind of stole it with that one episode. And you know what? It's a damn good episode. It was a damn good episode. Is this live, Seth? What do you mean, is this live? No, this is a figment of your imagination. You could read into it like that, but he didn't mention or reference or talk about that at all. So you could read into it, but also he didn't directly say anything. What's with the Boba news? He's in an interview. Tim Morrison speaks on not being invited back for season 3 of Mando and nothing on the horizon for a season 2 of Book of Boba Fett. That's the news. That is the news. Brady, great to have you here. Glad to see you. Hey, Jeffrey, first time joining live. Thanks for the great content. Oh, thank you so much, Jeffrey. We are glad you're here. Glad that you're live. Welcome to the first show. It's a hot take first show. You know what? That's this piece of saving grace news today. That's the only thing that's making me happy and not in a pool of sadness today. Carrie Fisher will receive her star on the Walk of Fame May 4th. It's going to be awesome. That's true. JD's a member now? Oh my god, I can't. Where is that? I can never see anything. Good god. Tem did deserve better. Hey Sam, how you doing? Hope we're having a great day, but it's also a little bit of a sad one. Oh my god, I can never see the gifs. Hang on. I can never see them. Sin City coming in with 5 gifted memberships. Thank you so much, Sin City. Thank you so much for your generous dono. Appreciate it. Hey, Jeff. Oh, my God. There's so many different Jeffs. Just in. So is he out or is he just commenting on not being involved in Mando? So he's commented on not being involved in Mando. And that the last kind of communication he had with Disney executives were there's cutbacks and then nothing about season 2 of his own show. That it's kind of enjoy while it lasts kind of thing. Let's pull up. Let me get the direct article up so I can actually quote it for you. This one. I'm so frantic today. It is some days, isn't it? Some days. Sorry, I'm so behind on the comments. I'm just catching up. Oh, Rattleshock. Why did you do that? That'd be horrific. That would be horrific. Imagine. Oh man. Wow, there's an English translation? That's great. Okay, hang on. Let me let's look into the thing. Let's look into the article. Okay, all right. You guys seeing this? You guys got it? Great. Yeah? You got it? Okay, cool. All right, so we've got yeah, where is it talking about it? See, I could have been there. Supernova Comic-Con. Also, can we all boycott Supernova? I got a media pass to it and then they just didn't communicate to me about it. So I had to cancel flights and it was a whole debacle. So salty about it. Anyway, let's talk about Boba Fett. My God. Okay. I think, so this is Tim Morrison talking about Boba Fett. I think there is a few changes going on. You also come under the big umbrella known as Disney now too. So it's one of the last few conversations we had in LA. The conversation started like, oh look, we're having a few changes. We're having a few cutbacks. So Morrison then even possibly teased that there may not be a bright future for him in the future in terms of playing Boba Fett again, but the actor said he would wait and see what happens. And when you hear that at the other end of the line, that's not good. It's no good trying to negotiate any more money, that's for sure. So we'll see what happens. That's hilarious. I love that he was trying to negotiate more money. That's kind of funny. So that's what he's saying. So, that's... I don't know who said this in the Disney line, but we're having cutbacks, few changes, but that's not good. That's not good. Is there more quotes somewhere? I feel like there might be more quotes somewhere. But regardless, exhausting, isn't it? Exhausting. OJD coming in as well. Oh my God, I can't keep up. Coming in with the 5 gifted mems. Woo! Welcome to the race squad. Thank you, OJD, for your generous donos. We're going to have a great time. I can't catch up. Hey guys, how you going? So, I don't know. I don't know what to do or think anymore. It's just, I don't know. I'm just such a big fan of Tam. I'm such a big fan of what Book of Boba Fett was trying to do. I definitely see like there was some production quality issues. But I think there's just so much potential there. So there was so I have seen this, but that was when he was talking. He was kind of having fun about the Mando thing, going how Mando came into Book of Boba Fett. That's the only part he was kind of jestfully saying that. Embrace the darkness, Hannah, right? Right? With me promoting Pradeep throughout his films. Wait, was that it? Was it in the article? Welcome, Mr. Mustafa. We're talking about Tim Morrison. Not coming back as Book of Boba Fett. What else we think? Welcome to the community. That's right. That's right. I don't know. I'm just a little lost for words, right? Indiota, Ozcomic-Con will treat us better. Yeah, I got the one, Ozcomic-Con for Sydney last year. It was fun. He could always change his mind, though. Well, I don't think he has changed his mind. He would love to come back as Boba, seemingly. So, I think it's more about Disney. I think it's Disney needs to change their mind about him coming back. I'm gonna go cry now. He can't redeem himself. Right. I mean, no one expected John Boyega to come back. You know what? That's true. But I think that's what my worry is that, like, he's already made his comeback. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? We do need more Tem, don't we? Give it some time. I don't know. The recast John Boyega's Han Solo Force Ghost. What? Felt like Tem has always gotten screwed over. I know he deserves more because his performance of the character is actually phenomenal. It's actually really, he performs him really well. Oh, I don't know. I don't know what I would think. I don't know what to do. I'm just gonna go rewatch Book of Boba Fett 50 times. Now that is it technically it's technically just a, what do they call it? When it's just like Kenobi, where it's just like just the series. What's it called? Not exclusive series. It's got, what's that name? What am I going for here? What am I thinking of? What's the limited series? Limited series. Oh my god. Limited series. So must be that. It would make sense they would cut back on the crossovers with Mando Backlash and Book of Boba Fett. Mando's lack of crossovers to Boba and Ahsoka makes me think they'll wait to join them all together. You know what? That's a good point. They did. Oh, well, actually, yeah, that's a great point, Jeff. We can hold on to that hope. They did mention how the Dave Filoni movie will be kind of a wrap up for all those storylines, and Mando and Book of Boba Fett will kind of all tie into that. So, you know what? He hopefully will come back for the movie. Hopefully. Tam has a legacy with Star Wars. He'll be back. For the movie. I hope. Ooh. Anyway. Alright, well, I just wanted to jump on here. Have a quick chat about it. Get my feelings out. I feel a little better now talking about it. It's sad, but, you know, we might get him back one day. Alright, gang. Limited. That's what I was thinking for. No way, OGD. No way, brother. Oh. Alright, gang. Well, I'll see you in a couple of days for, you know, JS mentioned this before. What is exciting is that we do have Jedi Survivor coming in a couple of days, which is going to be exciting. Oh, where did I go? There we go. We're going to be playing in a bunch here on the channel. So make sure you sub if you want to watch along for that. And watch along with the story. Find out what happens with Cal and the crew. It's going to be lots of fun. And we're going to be having a lot more streams here on the channel. Making some stuff as well here on the channel, which is going to be super exciting. CG coming in with the $5 dues. Thank you so much for the dono, friend. Not going to lie, I enjoyed a lot of the Book of Boba Fett. They did make him far too soft, and I always loved the character. Hopefully, we'll see him again. Yeah, I can understand that. I agree. I think there's improvements to be made, but that's why we need a season 3 for those improvements to be made. But thank you for the $5 dono. It helps me a bunch here on the channel. Appreciate it. Do you think Dave Filoni's movie could be Heir of the Empire? It's kind of a version of. It's a version of. Ray just got blipped. Right. All right, gang. Well, I'll catch you later on another live stream. Thank you for tuning in, venting some thoughts, getting it off our chest. Hopefully, Tem will be back one day. Thank you for subbing, liking, and as always choose the Raeside. I don't have the end card ready. Here it is. Hang on. Oh, there we go.
Roar!